Well, this is something I never thought I would do. This is going to be a top 10 list of sad moments that we've seen from mostly TV shows and movies that made us cry.
Yeah.
So, you better get your
Tissues
ready because this is going to be one heck of a list. Number 10, Charlotte's death from Charlotte's Web.
Yes!
Now...
Now
you're probably thinking
the death of a spider.
How is the death of a spider really that sad? Well, if you've seen both the live action remake and the animated classic, you would see the friendship bond between Charlotte and Wilbur.
You understand the powerful relationship between a
spider and a pig.
A spider and a fucking pig.
Because, okay, so Charlotte just is in this farm and she just met this pig who may or may not be the next slaughter victim. So this spider goes on her way to put names and letters on her own web just to make people not kill Wilbur, who's pretty much a piggy at this point.
A piggly wiggly.
Yeah. And the friendship bond between these two is very powerful.
Yeah, not only a friendship, it's...
More like a mother and son.
Yeah, I was about to say, Charlotte would be the closest thing to a mother figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just when she dies in this fair that they go to for the pig to win, she dies, but she
gives birth to spider babies.
Wilbur and the rat saves her children and transport them to the farm where she was. Not much of the live action remake, not to say it's bad, but I feel like there was more heart. There was more heart and there was more sadness in the classic anime movie. And you can see from Wilbur's eyes, he does not want her to die.
Yeah, that bit where he's like, Charlotte! You can, he's like breaking down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Off to a banging start.
I'm sure anyone who saw that movie was heartbroken when she died.
I mean, I fucking love spider. Yeah, even I will admit they're not most attractive looking animals, but still.
Yeah.
I felt bad when she died.
So that is number 10. Off to a good start.
Starting off strong, I see.
Number 9. The death of Optimus Prime.
Which one?
The animated movie.
The movie.
Now, this movie starts off with... this movie starts off with a planet getting eaten by Unicron.
An entire race of robots getting wiped out.
Our favourite Autobots from the TV show get axed off by Megatron and other Decepticons.
Yes.
And what makes it worse is that the leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime, has a final showdown between Megatron and both of them. Well, Megatron does die, but then he gets resurrected as Galvatron. But which is more I could say about Optimus Prime, because Optimus Prime dies, gives the Matrix of Leadership to Ultra Magnus, who's the next in charge to be the leader of the Autobots, and after that, his color turns into...
Yeah, his color gets drained from his body, leaving him just grey and lifeless.
As a kid, this made me cry.
As a kid, the entire fucking situation made me cry. It's just like, oh my god, like an entire race of people dead. Oh, do you like this Autobot? Dead. Do you like this Autobot? Stop it! Oh, we're not even done. Cocks a Glock and points at Optimus's fucking head. You want us to fucking end your children? I'm gonna fucking do it. Please don't.
Alright, calm down. This gave birth to the many deaths that Optimus Prime has throughout the Transformers franchise.
Yep.
But this was the one that was more heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Spike's son and the other Autobots are at his deathbed, watching this leader and his colors fade away. And the way the music builds to the heartbreaking moment of when he dies, his head turns.
Not only that, but his eyes flicker like he's trying to fight it, but he just dies.
That broke me.
Especially if you're a G1 fan.
Yeah. But I was like, when I was a kid, I remember crying because he's a likable character. He's one of the most likable Autobots outside of Bumblebee, Ironhide, RC, and many others. And the fact that he had a great moment between him versus Megatron.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was one of the best fight scenes when you got the touch in the background.
Yeah.
And the fact that after that it ends with Optimus Prime dying, it's quite heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So that's number 9. Number 8, the opening to Up.
Good fucking lord!
Now, not every moment in this list is going to be deaths, even though there's kind of technically a death scene in this opening of Up. So, you have this couple that just got married. Now, one was a shy kid, the other one was a hyper kid. And they get married, and then the opening Up pretty much shows you their livelihood.
Yeah.
Like, it shows you that they're kids, they got married, they got a house.
They have fun.
They have fun, but then the freaking expected mother gets the sad news. Like, they don't even tell you. They just show you it. And that's enough to make the audience feel tragic about this couple.
Especially the fucking music that plays, how it becomes happy, and then when that scene plays, it just goes full fucking dark.
But it doesn't end there. When they're about to have a picnic, the mother, the wife kind of collapses.
Yeah.
And then, at the end, she dies, and that's when the main character is a grumpy old man because he's lost so much.
Yeah, but it's just like they make it seem like he's like, oh, the cartoon grumpy old man.
No, but there's a reason.
Like, no, his wife fucking died.
Yeah, like this. I forgot how long it was. I think it must have been like 2 minutes or 5 minutes. But that entire opening scene is enough to make you feel sorry for the character and his motivation.
It's, in my opinion,
they had a dream of going to.
They had a dream of having a family.
That too.
And going to Swallow Falls, but since she died, she can't have that dream.
Sacrifices were made.
Yeah.
And, like, a tragedy struck. As a kid, I'm like, Jesus Christ, nothing is happening.
The movie hasn't even started and I'm already fucking crying.
What is going on? So that's number 8. Number 7, I have to say the line. I don't want to go. David Tennant's last moments as the Doctor. This broke me.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though it was sad that Christopher Eccleston left when he only had one series,
the thing is, Christopher Eccleston's when he left, it was sad. But when Christopher Eccleston left, it was more of a case of he was more like reassuring you that I may be different, but it is still going to be me. When David Tennant leaves, it's almost it
feels like a real death.
Yeah, it makes it feel like he's actually gonna die.
We've seen this Doctor from like 4 series and 4 specials. Well, a bunch of specials with the Christmas episodes. But it was the 4 last episodes of David Tennant.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen this Doctor grow to probably one of the best Doctors. We've seen him go through 2 series with Rose, 1 series with Martha, 1 series with Donna. We've seen him become the most likable Doctor ever with like the great lines like Alonzi and
pulling them all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, throughout the years we do acknowledge that when a Time Lord does die and they regenerate, their memories they kind of lose some of their memories.
Yeah.
And they kind of become a different person.
Yeah.
This, like we said, this Doctor, he acknowledges that and he's just like, this version of me, I want to do more. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just hits hard, especially when he's crying and he says, "I don't want to go."
That's another great line.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure there's loads of videos of the best quotes that he said. And I don't want to name all of them because
there's too much.
We'll be here forever, but I think Alonzi has to be his iconic one.
Yeah.
Oh, Barcelona. Like, that was his...
First, yeah.
The first line he says. But no, like, even he said in the Christmas special, even though I regenerate, it still feels like dying.
Yeah.
And that hit me because I really love David Tennant, like, to the point I didn't want him to leave, but unfortunately you have to make room for the next guy who has to fill his shoes to become not better than David Tennant, but another fan favorite. And Matt Smith, at first people were not too sure, but his first series, people were hooked. So David Tennant's last moment, and not only is it sad, but it feels epic because he generates inside the TARDIS and the entire thing is on fire with probably the best orchestra music you could find and hire to make it not only a last goodbye, but end it with a bang.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is number 7. Number 6. Now, this is mostly for us too, because I don't think other viewers might recognize this.
Yeah, when it comes to top 10 lists, you may have your own list, we may have our own list. It's more like perspective and personal.
For number 6, in our opinion, is a show that we've seen, but not everyone's gonna get unless you were born in mostly the UK, mostly Glasgow. So when I say the last episode of Still Game,
fuck,
you know what I'm about to talk about. Now, this is the last scene in the show. This broke me and my brother Wes over here down.
Fuck.
Still Game, for those who don't know, is mostly a show about these pensioners in this part of Glasgow called Craiglang, who is a bit of a shithole, as they put it.
Yeah.
I'm sure people have seen them walking in Skyrim and say, Craiglang, shithole.
Yeah, and anyone who is from the UK knows the feeling of where you live is a shithole, but it's your home. Yeah.
So, the last episode, they're about to go to this mountain, but then they find out the weather is going to be really bad.
Yeah.
So, Jack and Victor, the two main characters, are walking towards the hill, and then they get snapped.
They fade away.
Cuts to the city, where the characters we grew up with, like the characters we knew, fade away. Winston, Isa, Tam, Navit's wife, who... There's a running joke of Navit's wife not showing her face. It's kind of like Howard's mother in Big Bang Theory. Like, you only hear the voice, but you don't see what the person looks like.
And then they show
you her last appearance, her turning and smiling, and the next minute she disappears.
Yeah.
And then, like, you have, like, a good song to go with a good song to go with the scene.
Yeah.
Methador Mick
becomes like a businessman or something.
Librarian.
Yeah.
Every character we knew and loved fades away, except for one, and that's Bobby the barman.
Yeah.
The camera goes through the door, goes through, goes to the front desk of the table.
And he turns
Bobby
on and says, and he's like, look who it is. As if he's not only not talking to Jack and Victor, he's talking to the audience.
Every time Jack and Victor always come to the bar, Bobby was like, "Oh, look who it is," and he just says blah blah blah. Like he always puts an insult, but then Jack and Victor hit him back with it.
Yeah.
That But I remember you and me watching the last series together, and when we saw that, I was like, did they actually have the guts to do that?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe they had the balls to do that. It's crazy how well they did it. Because most shows, when they end it, it's either disappointing or like a letdown.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same words. But the way they did it was well done, and I think that was the perfect note to end it with. You don't need another show to retcon it. You don't need like a spin-off to add more to it.
Yeah.
You just have that, and I think that is what makes that show great, and I think that's what makes that moment sad. Like, you were in tears.
I was absolutely fucking bursting in tears.
Speaking of tears, number 5, Littlefoot's mother's death.
Jesus fucking Christ, Ethan.
Have
mercy.
As a kid, I loved dinosaurs. From Jurassic Park to Walking with Dinosaurs to Land Before Time and like Dinotopia, like so many dinosaurs. I used to love the idea of these creatures just wander around the earth.
Yeah.
And Land Before Time was one of my childhood favorites. And the first one is the best one. The other sequels are either okay or really bad.
Yeah.
But the first one is really good. And you have this kick-ass fight between Littlefoot's mother versus a Sharptooth T-Rex.
Yeah.
And then the way Littlefoot sees her mother for the last time. Wait, is Littlefoot a...
I wouldn't go into it.
Okay, I wouldn't go
into that fucking debate.
I won't go that. Okay.
Littlefoot sees...
I'll have a whole debate of like what gender Littlefoot's meant to be. But anyway, Littlefoot's mother tells her, "You have to go to the Great Valley without me."
Yeah.
And it's really heartbreaking. Don Bluth knows how to make you cry.
You're allowed to make
You're allowed to cry as long as you have a happy ending. I think that's what Don Bluth said.
Don Bluth's motto is, you're allowed to make a movie as messed up as you like, as long as it has a happy ending.
Case in point, American Tail.
Yeah.
But Land Before Time is much more sadder because it's a death of a family member.
Yeah.
And Littlefoot's grandma and grandpa are nowhere to be seen until the very end of the movie where they were separated because of the whole Sharptooth attack.
Mm-hmm.
So Littlefoot has to go on this journey by himself with a leaf that her mother left for Littlefoot.
Yeah. It's like a thing to remember his mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then throughout the journey he meets, like, Littlefoot meets, like, Sarah, Petrie, and many likable characters.
Yeah.
But the fact that the whole journey begins with a mother's death is kind of tragic.
Yeah.
And, like, you do see the mother bond between her and Littlefoot.
Yeah, and it's not even like it's like, alright, this family has to go on a journey to this area. I'm assuming it's for like migration or something, or like because animals
I think it was for migration.
Yeah, because animals do this like every like year or every month. They have like, okay, it's time for us to drink. Let's travel to this location. Okay, it's time for us to eat. Let's travel to that location.
I think it's mostly when the rain comes.
Yeah, but the fact that the mother and their kid were going to do this together, and now that the mother's dead, the kid has to do this whole journey on his own.
And throughout the journey, he meets Littlefoot meets likable characters.
But still, the fact that this kid has to do this whole thing on his own,
yeah,
it's kind of tragic.
So that is number 5. Number 4. Poe's childhood flashback from Kung Fu Panda 2.
Good fucking lord.
Yeah, you're probably thinking, what's the other freak gonna be? Jesus Christ, Aiden, you're really pulling the strings. Kung Fu Panda 2 is one of the best sequels to date.
In my opinion, Kung Fu Panda 2 is the best one.
Kung Fu Panda 1 was a really fun movie.
It was a really fun movie.
It had good comedy, well-timed action and comedy. It had likable characters. The animation is great for a movie idea that people thought it was going to be a box office bomb, because when you hear the word Kung Fu Panda, you're laughing your ass off. It looks like one of those bad movies like Food Fight or Ratatouille or those DreamWorks
straight to DVD sequels that no one likes.
Like those Disney DreamWorks rip-offs that people seem to make and do. But Kung Fu Panda 2 was the one that got real with... Not only did the comedy got better, not only did the animation was really beautiful to look at, but this is where you get the emotional moments. And it all is with Po. Okay, so Po... They think Po got killed off by Lord Shang's weapon. And he wakes up with the goat, who's been with Lord Shang, like prophecy, a fortune teller kind of person.
Yeah.
And then the place that Po is getting treatment in is the village that he was born in.
Yeah.
And that's where Po remembers the doll, the burnt ashes, the wood. He just pictures it, him as a kid, terrified because Lord Shang and his pack of wolves, didn't mean to make that pun, attacked the panda village because Lord Shang read a prophecy that a warrior in black and white would stop him. And there's not much speaking apart from the father telling the mother and this Po to look after her son and run away. That's the only line you hear. The rest of the time you have the baby crying and this intense music.
Yes.
And the animation of the backstory of how Po got in that food basket.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. And the fact that his mother just put him in a basket and basically run up to the hill,
draw the attention towards her.
You see the wolves and Lord Shang's peacock feathers
running towards her.
That was... Not only was it so sad, but that has to be the most messed up mother death I have ever seen in any kid's movie.
Yeah.
And then Po remembers, and then the music, the animation, there's not much dialogue. You just have to see it to know how tragic, how sad this was. And it's one of the strong strengths of the writing in Kung Fu Panda 2.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it's not about, here's a big fat panda making jokes left and right. No, it's got some family issues.
Yeah.
It's got family matters. It's got tragic moments. I remember seeing that in cinemas, and I heard kids cry. The fact that Kung Fu Panda makes people cry is an achievement. And I cried too. I could not stop until the final battle.
Yeah.
Sorry, oh my god. So that's number 4. Number 3 is a show that we just recently finished. Chopper's Cry in One Piece Season 2. The Netflix version.
Yeah, because the animated one is, can we get much higher?
I think the Netflix live action show has done this better. And it's... So the Doctor says this speech later on in the show, and he says, when does a man die?
When does a man die? Is it when a bullet pierces his heart, or is he stricken by an incurable disease, or if he drinks a soup made from a poisonous mushroom? No. A man dies when he is forgotten.
Yeah. So that speech gets reminded to us because the witch, as the townsfolk say, puts the cure in a cannon, shoots it out, and the entire city gets covered in this pink sky, pink mist.
It's
and there's
pink
cherry
snow.
Yeah.
It looks like cherry blossoms.
And it looks like cherry blossom. And that hit Chopper because Chopper remembered the story of this cure that people are going to see cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
And the fact that Chopper and the audience are reminded of that speech that the Doctor said, and then Chopper starts crying. And I was like, don't do this to me.
And then the thing that hit me, the thing that hits hard in that scene is the bit where when he's crying, Zoro walks towards him and comforts him by putting him on his shoulder. And that hits hard, especially if you've seen the anime.
It's kind of
you know that Chopper and Zoro have kind of like a brother relationship with one another.
And that's the start of it. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with season 3.
Oh, absolutely. I am excited for season 3.
Yeah, but the thing is, Zoro was too busy dealing with the Decepticon pigmen from the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
In the village. He just met the blue-nosed deer for like a minute or two, and already he's got him on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and the way the live-action Chopper, like, I know people say that the original anime is better, but I have to say this. Live-action Chopper is adorable.
He is.
Like, the man beast form,
the human form
needs
some work.
But the deer and the two deer forms, because he's got the one he uses for 4 legs and his actual form he uses throughout the show.
Yeah,
is so adorable.
Yes.
I don't know. Was it the Christmas tree fish dude, or was it the guy that had the hair that he takes out and he uses it as like electricity to stick people? I think it's like when Chopper goes back to his form, he just looks up.
Yeah, it's the Christmas tree guy, and he just goes back to normal and he looks at him.
What weird henchman!
I know, right?
We have to talk about that when we talk about One Piece in sometime in the future.
Yeah.
But no, Chopper crying at the last episode was so powerful.
That entire episode, that entire arc made me cry. Especially that scene where the doctor knows he's dying, so he's just I don't want Chopper to like see this happening, and Chopper genuinely believes that he's done something wrong.
Originally I was gonna put that scene when the doctor kicks him out, or the bit when he realizes, oh yeah, I just gave the person who saved me a poison mushroom. Or I was going to give the doctor's speech, but the fact that I had to watch through the entire episode to see which one could I pick for a sad moment, and it hit me with Chopper's cry, is enough.
Yeah.
So that's number 3. Number 2...
Good fucking lord, there's more.
Now, comedy shows are not just for comedy. Sometimes a comedy show hits you with the big one.
In comedy, what makes a good comedy is tragedy, in my opinion.
Still Game has had episodes where there's jokes, but not only that, but most of the time you get Jack or Victor talking about the loss of their loved one.
Yeah,
serious
their wife,
moments.
yeah.
Like man-to-man, face-to-face conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to involve MCU humor where every freaking scene has to end with a joke.
Yeah.
No, there can be serious moments. So, there's another comedy that we love to watch called The Big Bang Theory.
Oh god.
I can
only think of 2 scenes that really hit hard.
Now, remember when I said that Navit's wife is a character we don't see the face up until the last episode?
Oh god!
Howard's mother was probably the funniest mother any show could have.
You just hear her voice.
You don't hear her. No, you don't see
her. You just hear her.
You just hear her trying to embarrass Howard. And then, okay, apparently the actress that played the mother died in real life, so they had to kill her off in the show, which probably the best way you can do. So, here's how it happens. So they go to the comic book shop I think they were doing like a treasure hunt or something. Howard gets a phone call, and then after the phone call, he looks devastated, and Leonard says, "What's up?" And he's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "What's wrong?" "My mom died." And then Sheldon turns real fast. The other characters are devastated to the fact that they just heard the news that their favorite mother dies.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's comforted Sheldon.
Everyone's
everyone's comforted Howard. Sheldon, oh my god, Sheldon throughout the series has been a kind of like a whiny man-child at times.
As a person who does suffer from it, I am convinced he has some state of ADHD because he does not fucking understand social cues.
He's probably got that. He always has like OCD. He loves things his way, and he doesn't know what sarcasm is until someone reminds him what sarcasm is. But this was the point where Sheldon actually read the room and said this: when I lost my father, I didn't have many friends to be with. You do.
Yeah, just the fact that, like, when he's like, no, I would like to say something, and they're like, no,
because they know.
They know what he's like, and even Howard's like, no, let him, as if to say, anything he says probably won't be as bad as this. But the fact that he told them, I had no friends when my dad died. You have friends to comfort you.
And this is coming from Sheldon, the person who doesn't acknowledge what Howard does as a job.
Yeah, and as a theoretical physicist, he doesn't actually acknowledge as engineering as an actual science
until the last episode. Now, I would have put the last episode in this list, but I feel like Howard's mother and what Sheldon says is more sadder.
Yeah.
And Penny's right. Sheldon could have said, let it go.
Yeah.
Because that's Sheldon. But the fact that Sheldon says that I'm glad they did not ruin it with just, Sheldon being an arsehole because of the sake of it.
Yeah.
I'm glad he said something to comfort Howard.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're probably wondering, what is number 1?
I'm scared.
Now, the MCU have had action scenes, goofy scenes, bad scenes, but they also had some really emotional scenes.
Uh-huh.
Now, originally I was going to pick Tony Stark Has a Heart.
Yeah.
But then something else happened.
Uh-huh.
I had to remind myself, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, God!
And that's when you have Yondu's death.
Oh, God!
Where do I begin? First of all, this is a character that kind of had like an interesting relationship between Star-Lord, aka Peter Quill.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like an adopted father.
Yeah.
And then, at first, you think he's trying to kill him and try to chase him around the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out that he was the one that Star-Lord's real father gave him to.
Yeah.
And then you find out that Star-Lord's father is
Ego, the living planet.
Yeah, who's the most evil man in the universe.
Considering he put a tumor in his wife.
Yeah, and probably other wives.
Yeah.
But at the end, Yondu gives him like that shield around Star-Lord's body, but not to his. And he says the line, he may have been your father, but he weren't your daddy.
Yeah.
And he's on space, he's frozen to death, and Star-Lord's like screaming like, no, trying to put the shield, trying to give him the shield.
Yeah.
And then they do a heartwarming speech. But this is when things get really emotional. So they kind of like not dump, but they kind of like
they have a Star Trek memorial where they shoot him into space.
They shoot him into space. But then Peter Quill plays a song.
Yeah.
I forgot what the song was called, but the song that plays is really did not help the situation when all the Ravagers come out because Rocket sends a message saying that Yondu died like in a noble way.
Mm-hmm.
And all the all the pirates all come out of hyperspace to say farewell to old friends. Even Sylvester Stallone's character, who was the one that kind of kicked him out in Guardians 2, comes in And he says something like he was one of us, and everyone's like saying farewell, good friend, and they're all like they even shoot fireworks. I forgot his name, but I think it's like James Gunn's brother who plays like the next Yondu in the future movies.
Yeah.
He has a breakdown. Like he starts crying. Like he starts crying and starts saying yes.
Yeah.
Like he just poor guy.
I know, right?
And the fact that even Rocket is upset. The fact that even though they don't know each other really that well,
they
got along to the point that Yondu actually knew what Rocket was straight away.
Yeah, he was a broken soul just like him.
Yeah, and that scene breaks me. And then like it's what makes it cute, and also says that a little Groot wants to go on Drax's shoulder and like sleep.
Yeah.
And the fireworks, like the whole scenery is both sad and beautiful. I'm trying not to tear up because it is one of the best scenes ever in any of the Guardians movies. I could have put Rocket's friends getting killed by the Evolutionist, but I thought, why not do where it all started? The whole Guardians have to have that freaking tearjerker moment with Guardians 2. You're crying too. What the hell?
No, those aren't. That's just sweat in my eyes.
Yeah, sure it was. Anything else you want to add?
No.
So this is my top 10 of sad moments from like TV shows and movies. I could do...
Before anyone gets angry, this isn't like
the only one that we're going to do.
Yeah,
I'm going to do another one,
not only
too.
that, we don't put, like, number 10 was okay and number 1 was the sad. We just put random.
Oh, no, we don't do
randomized.
what people say. It's like, number 10 is, like, less sad and number 1 is, like, most sad. No, we don't. We just,
our list is just random.
We just have the 10. We just tell you the 10.
Yeah.
And we're giving you the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So,
let us know what your...
Let us know what your... If there was a top 10 sad moments, like, what would you pick? Let us know in the comment section if you actually cried. Because, dear God, I think we're trying to not cry. And with that being said... How do we end this?
I have no fucking idea.
Never forget the moments you have.
Yeah.
Like, never forget the good moments, the sad moments, even the bad moments, even though you could try and forget about those. Always remember that if you need help, just contact someone.
Yeah.
Even if you lost someone, or even if you're having a hard time, just remember, there are 100 people in the universe.
There's hundreds of people.
One can help you.
Yeah, there's hundreds of people on this planet, and there are people that can help.
Yeah. So...
take care.
Yeah.